Margaritaville, a beachy oasis, or another tourist trap? Today we'll take a look at this resort and let you know what all the hype is about. Welcome to Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one bear fact at a time. Did you ever wonder about Margaritaville on the island and think, what would it be like to stay there? Well, I wondered the same thing, so we decided to give it a try and see what the hype was about. But this isn't a cheap place, and you might have to really consider your budget before going. Today, we'll help you decide if it's worth the price and what to expect if you wanted to stay, and give you some important things to consider before deciding it's an oasis or a tourist trap. If you're heading to the Smokies, you would think that most people would be looking for a rustic wooden cabin vibe with images of bears and cozy fireplaces in the living room. You would also think that a beachy palm tree and brilliant red and green parrots are not exactly typical for this environment. I mean, the ocean is a couple hundred miles away, and the only sandy beach is man-made. And if you're in the Smoky Mountains, why would you want flamingos and flip-flops? Well, that's not entirely the case, because the Margaritaville resorts in the Smokies are very popular resort options and are in high demand. With 4 separate locations and prices that average between $200 and $500 a night, these resorts are doing just fine. People really love the idea of a Caribbean vacation, especially when looking out at the blue-green sea of mountains and trees of the Smoky Mountains. And as I've already pointed out, there are 4 Margaritavilles in the Smokies. 3 are in Pigeon Forge, and 2 of them in the island, and just 1 is before you leave Pigeon Forge at the spur. And there is 1 other in Gatlinburg across from Anakeesta. All 4 are in highest tourist areas and easy to get to. The chain was first started by the famous country singer Jimmy Buffett and his business partners. From its humble origins in the Key West, Florida in the early 80s, the Margarita brand itself has grown into an international hospitality chain with over 20 restaurants, and hotels around the world. The Margaritaville at the island is part of a chain of resorts and restaurants inspired by the laid-back, beachy lifestyle Buffett's biggest hits, such as Margaritaville or Cheeseburgers in Paradise, allude to. Buffett and his business partners have built up an entire lifestyle brand around his music and the idea of escapism. And though Buffett and his partners are still active in many of the Margaritavilles, the company has since branched to franchising their brand. Which is why when I talk about the other Margaritavilles in the Smoky Mountains, you will also learn that there are some pretty significant differences between all the different resorts. I won't get into the other resorts as much in this video, but we'll point out a few things here and there. For this video, I'll focus on the Margaritaville in the island. To be clear, I'm talking about the one that sits right smack dab in the middle of the shopping district. There is another Margaritaville owned by a different party at the entrance of the island. They are entirely separate hotels and do not have any affiliation with one another. You can't do island hopping between the amenities of the 2 places. The island in Pigeon Forge is a vibrant entertainment complex located in the heart of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It offers a variety of attractions, restaurants, and shops, making it a popular destination for visitors of all ages. With its centerpiece being the towering Great Smoky Mountain Wheel, the island features family-friendly activities like arcades, live music, fountain shows, and thrilling rides. It's also home to unique dining experiences and retail shopping, making it a perfect place to spend a day or evening. It's also the playground for anyone staying at Margaritaville. Because of the island's lively atmosphere and central location, it makes it the perfect place to put a resort such as Margaritaville, which is inspired by the music and laid-back vibes of the beach life. Just take away the beach and add a couple mountains, that's all. The island resort opened in 2014, a year after the island itself opened, or rather was reopened. There are about 130 rooms and suites, each with tropical themes that make you feel like you've stepped out of the Smoky Mountains and into a beach paradise. The interior design follows a signature theme seen in other Margaritaville resorts. Think bright colors, nautical details, and fun tropical-inspired decor. You're ensconced in the beachy vibes from the moment you enter the main lobby. From the soft beach-colored wood decor to the actual parrot greeting guests next to the giant margarita mural, you feel like you've arrived in the tropics. There is very little of the Smoky Mountains once you enter their doors. Margaritaville is not only a hotel, but they also have 2 full-size restaurants on their property, as well as a poolside bar and grill. Finn's is a smaller restaurant attached to the main lobby of the hotel. It has a full-size bar and offers basic bar-like foods. Across the road is the main restaurant, Margaritaville. This restaurant has a larger menu and offers a wider variety of foods. And though you can get a fish dish, anticipate more burger, sandwiches, and things that are common in most American touristy dining establishments. They might have a slight Cuban flair to their menu, but you'll find more foods for the non-adventurous eaters than not. The Margaritaville restaurant also has a full-size bar, of course, and will offer live entertainment on weekends and summers. This restaurant is pretty large and also has a souvenir shop, which is attached to the front of the restaurant. And you couldn't call this a resort without making sure that they offer all of the best ways to pamper their guests. Margaritaville has a full-size spa and hair salon at the lower level, and you don't need to be a guest to take advantages of those services. At the time of shooting this video, Margaritaville was also in the process of putting in a Starbucks at their entrance. They used to have a small coffee shop at this location, but Starbucks has taken over that service. If you don't like Starbucks coffee, you can always get your cup of joe at Cinnabon or one of the other small food places in the shopping area of the island. And this is what makes Margaritaville's location more unique. The entire resort complex is actually built above all of the shops in the island. In the shopping area around the island, if you look up, you'll see the bridges and walkways that are part of the resort. These bridges connect hallways and walkways to the upper rooms, allowing guests to access the 2 main branches of the resort. If you're looking, you might also notice a few glass doors that resort guests can use to access the elevators, which will take them to the upper levels. And you will need a key card to get into their entrances. When it comes to amenities, this hotel doesn't disappoint. Guests have access to a beautiful outdoor pool, complete with fire pits and cabanas, perfect for lounging with a drink in hand. The pool and hot tub are on the roof. If you stand at the pool deck, you can get a fantastic view of the fountains from below, and you even get a glimpse of the Ferris wheel. At night, the colors and sights are really nice, and it can be rather relaxing to sit with a margarita and watch the fountains below. And if you're wondering, yes, there is a fully stocked bar by the pool. They even sell a few food items, which you can order and eat in the pool area. You can also find a full-size gym right outside the pool, though if you spend the day hiking the mountains, you probably won't need it. When you are booking the resort, it might be important to note that there are a few basic kinds of rooms: the river room views and the island views. If you want a little bit more peace and quiet, request the river room. The island rooms have very good soundproofing, but between the late night entertainment, lights, and people who are enjoying the shops and venues below, it can be louder and harder to keep your room dark. Definitely get the Riverview rooms if you are a light sleeper. One thing I can say about this resort is that they don't skimp on size. The rooms are big, like really big. I was shocked at how big the room was. Each room has a small balcony. Ours was big enough for a small table and chair. Our balcony also had a few of the shops below, and though you can request the balcony view of the fountains, you will be paying more. Most of the rooms have views of the the shops below though. Each room has a small kitchenette space with a sink, refrigerator, and microwave. There's also a coffee machine with individual Keurig cups, creamers, and sugars. The room also has a small safe inside the closet, a full-size TV, drawers, and other storage spaces for folks who will be staying longer. There's also a fireplace. Each room has a fireplace. They turn off the heat in the summer months, but you can still enjoy the flames year-round. The only thing we didn't really like about the room was the balcony doors. Even if you lock them, all you have to do is pull on them and you can easily push them open. Though if you are that dumb to try and break into a hotel room in Tennessee, you probably deserve the iron-barreled greeting you might get. Just saying. The bathrooms come with most conveniences you'd expect from a moderate to upper moderate level hotel. Shampoos, conditioners, body gels, soaps, hairdryer, and face washes. The shower we had was impressive. There was a bench on one side and it had 2 shower heads, though the water pressure wasn't very impressive if you used both at the same time. The water got good and hot and it had good pressure if you used only one. I don't think this was a handicap room either. I just think that they have benches and walk-in showers for all the rooms. Now, let's talk pricing. The rates at Margaritaville and Pigeon Forge are varied depending on the time of year and the type of room you're booking. On average, you're looking at anywhere between $200 to $500 per night. While that's not the cheapest option in the area, many guests find it worth the splurge for the unique ambiance and resort-style amenities. And don't forget, you're also right in the heart of the island at Pigeon Forge, so attractions, dining, and entertainment are just steps away. During the Christmas and leaf peeping season, you will find price surges big time. However, if you only go at the end of August as school starts up, you can get a room for under $200. This is the only reason we went. We ended up finding a room at $150 a night. Just don't expect those rates often. Now, Margarita has many advantages, but there are some serious disadvantages. One being prices. We have seen rooms reaching almost $500 a night, but another disadvantage is that they don't have free parking. Yeah, I know, they're at the island, which is known for free parking, but you will have to pay for parking. It's $10 a night for self-parking and $25 for valet. And let me tell you, the self-parking is not close. It's a bit of a hike to get to the parking area from the hotel, and dragging luggage around on top of all that isn't fun. Another disadvantage is that they don't have a continental breakfast. Though if you book the Margaritaville just on the other side of the island, you get a free hot breakfast, and their prices are lower on average. But if you don't eat breakfast or have other plans, that's not a big problem. The other thing to consider when booking this resort is that the hallways are long, and you will need to use an elevator to get to any room you book. If you have low mobility, even if you use a valet and score a room close to the lobby, it will still be a bit of a trek to your room. However, the rooms are very spacious and the bathrooms are all handicap accessible to some extent. One of the biggest draws to staying here is the location. The island in Pigeon Forge is a lively entertainment complex featuring everything from restaurants and shops to amusement rides like the Great Smoky Mountain Wheel. So, if you want easy access to fun and activities, this is a prime spot. Plus, the island is lit up at night, creating a magical atmosphere right outside your hotel room. On the plus side, Margaritaville offers a unique tropical experience that's hard to find anywhere else in the Smoky Mountains. You get a blend of resort luxury with easy access to local attractions, making it ideal for families, couples, or anyone looking for a relaxing vacation with a bit of adventure. The rooms are spacious and well designed, the staff is friendly, and the amenities make it feel like a mini vacation itself. However, like every resort, it may not be for everyone. If you're someone who's looking for a more budget-friendly stay, or if you prefer a more rustic mountain lodge feel, this might not be your top pick. While the tropical theme is charming, it can feel out of place for some visitors looking for a more traditional Smoky Mountain experience. Also, being located in the heart of the island means there's a lot more foot traffic and activity. So if you're after peace and quiet, that's something to keep in mind. So, is Margarita at the Island in Pigeon Forge the right choice for you? If you're looking for a resort with laid-back atmosphere, great amenities, and a prime location to choose all the action, this could be your perfect escape. But if you're on a tight budget or prefer a more serene mountain retreat, you might want to explore other options in the area. I hope this video helps you learn more about the Smoky Mountains or helps you plan for your next trip. You're getting an honest review from our personal experiences, but facts and things change. So please keep us in the loop if you learn anything new and want to share your experiences in the comments. Thanks again for visiting us at Bear Facts of the Smoky Mountains. Please click that like button and subscribe to our channel.